Going live. Okay. I guess Fred is still in charge of the video screen because I'm not in charge.
So
That's fine.
so is it live?
It is live, sir.
Oh, it's live right now.
Yes.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna have to put away all my racist rhetoric.
You've been buried for 10 years,
Already
man.
a new year.
Can't bring
It's a
that
new
out.
year, sir. You can't be talking
Trump
about
supporter.
your what?
Trump supporter.
Well, that might just mean that you didn't pay attention in school. This is something else, but that's irrelevant. My name is Spidey, and I guess it's been a lifetime. All right, recording is all good. I was just checking that I didn't lose too much of a step. I'm here with future serial killer Silverado and Fred, and we decided to get on bullshit for some about some movies, some stuff, future projects. We keep crowing about all these type of things in our private chat, so we decided, hey, fuck it, why not try to come up with something and shoot the shit. Ain't anything too particularly serious. Gentlemen, how are you?
Well.
Fred, I'll let you go first.
Nice talking to you guys again. It's been like forever.
I
Especially you, Silverado.
Futurama. I am. Everything is fine.
Everything
How have you
is
been doing
fine.
the past 5 years? Okay.
It hasn't been 5 years. It's been like 10 years, and it's been fine.
It's been a pretty long time.
And what about you, Silverado?
I don't know. I just say that ever since I got a job, I just haven't had time to do anything really, except for sit on my ass with my thumb in my
That's
butt
not true.
cheeks.
That is not true because I know what he does for a living and does not consume enough time to just.
I don't know. He is owned by a corporate overlord.
I do get tired because I'm doing all the work most of the time.
Oh, but it's not.
It's not a hard. Okay, let me put it this way. It's not a hard job. It's just when the sun's bearing down on you constantly, it gets you tired.
You know, I'll be honest. I'll be in his corner. It is tiring and it is annoying, and it takes the life out of you.
Oh hell yeah! I have so many just dumb customers all the time. I had this old lady the other day. She came up to me, or I went up to her and I asked her. I'm like, "Hey, you need help with that big microwave you putting in your car or whatever?" And then she looked at me and she she said, "No, I got it." And then she reaches down to kind of grab the microwave, and then she's like struggling to pick it up. It looks like she's having like an aneurysm the whole time. And I'm just like, "You sure you don't need any help?" She's like, "I got it." And then I just walked away. I said, "All right, bitch, fucking break your arms off then."
Well, you see, you were at least nice enough, right? I wouldn't have even bothered.
Yeah, most of the time I don't, but I don't know. I kind of consider myself a nice guy, but if someone, throws some fucking trash in the carts or whatever and they try to hand it to me, I'll be like, nah, I'll throw it back at them.
Telling you, man, it's gonna be his like Dexter origins. It's just gonna be one customer who went too damn far. And then
Is that why I take my backpack to work? So
Fred,
I can pull out my ammunition, my one-man army, Modern Warfare 2 style?
What's that?
Wait, Fred, are you stalking my channel?
Nah, I'm giving some people to look at so they know where they are.
Oh, okay.
I can't be showing my crap.
All right, I didn't even. Whatever you say, sirs. So, anyway, besides Silverado, potentially coming a future Dahmer. So, we're thinking a whole new podcast. Remove some of this ring rust, at least definitely for me, because it's been a while. I'm pretty sure Fred's never stopped for any period, and Silverado's just here for fun. So, my question, is it strictly movies, or is it freeform?
I'm gonna go freeform.
I feel like it should be freeform, because there's video games we could talk about as well.
Yeah, just anything that's interesting, we can talk about. I don't want it to be like this. To be like oh, this one thing. Then we just become, we become difficult trying to come up with topics, and then it doesn't become fun no more.
Freeform. All right.
I mean, we could have a list of things. Just some things we could bring up, but it should be freeformed.
I am all for doing as little work as humanly possible.
That's
so. I ain't trying to go back.
That's my motto.
No. Yours is trying not to work at all. Period.
That's good too.
Trying not to edit 7 things at the same time. All do. Nah, that's back in the day stuff. Grandpa Spidey is not about that stuff anymore. So, too much goddamn work. All right, so freeform weekly.
We could try.
I'd say weekly.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll try. Definitely.
I'm so hard pressed to believe that you are free every Sunday. I know you said
Me?
no. Yes, but
No, I am free every Sunday. I told my work that I have church. So they can't schedule me that day because of religious reasons or some bullshit. I don't know how it works,
I mean, you didn't even know how it works yet. It's your plan.
Pretty much. Oh, let me plug in my charger here because it seems like my laptop is giving up here.
Oh shit! I should put my phone on mute. Totally forgot.
You didn't put your phone on mute?
Look at me being unprofessional.
Oh, congratulations. You're becoming a Silverado now.
No, because I have a way nicer car and a way nicer place
What, do you have Asian kids in your basement?
and more money. I do not.
I don't think so.
Florida man doesn't have basements, sir.
I don't have a basement either, so try to figure out where those kids are.
I honestly don't care because I don't like it. So, fuck those kids. Do you, Silverado?
What? Do me?
Do you, Silverado? I don't care about what happens to those kids.
Oh, I have an idea. Have you guys... Okay, I know Spidey has, but Fred, have you seen the Snyder Cut?
Yeah, I have seen it, of course.
What did you think of that?
Off of work to find it. I mean, to watch it.
Overall, I like it. I really like it. The best thing I could say is I want to see a sequel. I want it to continue.
All right. You want them to restore the Snyderverse?
Sure, yeah.
I mean, it kind of makes sense. He did set up a lot of stuff in the movie, and it's kind of like it's a big old cock tease.
Yeah,
That's the whole movie.
Certain things I don't need to see.
True.
I see, talking about that movie in front of YouTube makes me feel like I'm shitting on the movie harder than I actually am, which is not the case. I did enjoy the movie, but I definitely did not enjoy it as much as you two did. Like, I know for Fred, it didn't feel like this, and Silverado's just like a vegetative, but like it doesn't matter to him. But like, it just felt so fucking long, like so unrelentingly long, especially in like those first 2 chapters.
I agree.
All that filler. Ain't nobody in this chat, ain't nobody listening at any point care about some freaking oceanside town singing in, I don't know, Slavic, Aquaman. Nobody.
They were singing in Slavic for at least like 2 minutes. 2 minutes out of a 4-hour movie. I mean, I'll agree with you. I didn't need to see that either, especially since the movie did kind of feel a little bloated at times, especially during the middle portion.
What did
when you got all those scenes with Martha and Lois?
What did IGN say? I know, like, Fred probably knows this one, but like, who found out? I think it was IGN that or I saw them report it that what is it? 10% of the movie is literally slow motion scenes.
That's right.
About 26 minutes, I think they said. Yeah.
Yeah. Cut all of it. Cut all of it. I mean, damn near all of it. I only want to see it in certain flash sequences.
I will agree. At one portion of the movie, I was kind of like, okay, we need to speed this along, and that was the Flash introduction sequence when he's saving. What's that? Iris West.
Yeah. She's supposed to be Iris West. I don't know who that is.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know who the fuck that is. Just some random chick.
I've given up. Long time now. I have given up on Hollywood SJW casting. Right? I'm not one of those people, but I am of the philosophy that when you adapt a comic book, goddammit, here, how do I do this? Okay, you open the book. This is what the Kingpin looks like. Let's cast based off that, right? And that's how you get a Vincent D'Onofrio. When you don't do your job, that's how you get Michael Clark Duncan. I like him, but that wasn't Kingpin, right?
Jesse Eisenberg is Lex Luthor.
Yeah, that was a little weird choice, but at least I'm like, you know what? You shave his head, I'm fine. Whatever. It's not like Superman.
Even when they shaved his head, he looked fucking idiotic.
He does.
Yeah, he looked like a little bitch. How is that Lex Luthor?
I mean, but dude, what does it even matter? He's not gonna fight Superman.
It's like Lex Luthor's like son that decided he wanted to own up to the family business and try to be what his dad was. That's what it is.
Not very exciting for his character because he doesn't even need it. But yeah, for this from now on, when I see a miscasting, my response is just gonna be like, I don't know who this is. Let's just move on. Like Zendaya's in my Spider-Man movies. I don't know who she's supposed to be. I'm still waiting for Mary Jane to appear. May not ever happen.
Isn't her name Mary Jane in those movies?
No,
or MJ?
It
No,
is,
they call her MJ.
but it's like Michelle something.
Yeah, they call her Michelle, but then no, her name is Michelle, but they call her MJ for short. And then we don't know. Obviously, no, we do know it's not her in the traditional sense. Like I said, I've given up. They could literally kill that character, and it wouldn't affect me whatsoever. Because
I don't mind her. I mean, she's not completely horrible, but she's a little weird.
It's not about her being horrible. Oh, we have somebody's in the chat. I'ma just say hey, because what is it, Marxist Chills or whatever? How you doing, dude? Anyway, I have the chat open for like questions and responses and whatnot, just in case anybody gives a shit.
Okay, gotcha.
I don't care for this. I'm sure she's a great actress. I'm sure she'll do good in Space Jam and whatever the hell else she's in. But she doesn't look like MJ, so she's not my MJ. I don't know what that actress, if they'll use her or what the deal is, but it's not Iris West to me. But yeah, that secondary music video scene of like him saving, come on, like it needed to be in slow motion. I perfectly agree, but I don't like why it's taking so long, bro. Like
my one big problem with that entire scene was the guy driving the truck drops his fucking hamburger on the floor, and then he's trying to find it, he's trying to grab it, all the while he's still picking up speed. He's not trying to slow down or anything. And then Iris over here, she's like, oh, I'm gonna look at this guy that I just saw in the store and I'm gonna drive into traffic without even acknowledging the light.
That never bothers me. It's always been like, it has to happen because movie has to happen.
It just kind of felt a little weird though. Like I know they have those scenes in movies where someone drops something like coffee or something and they're trying to find it, or they're trying to clean themselves up. But this one, it was just like, dude, it's a hamburger. Like it's not that important. Like focus on the street. You're on a public street right now, going like 50 miles per hour.
Nope. So that all the unnecessary slowdowns on characters that don't need it, pacing. So, like some things, like I said, should have just remained cut. What else? And negatively, that I did not like. It isn't just a ton, right? Like that. I'm not too fond of him having it in 4:3, right? It's just, I don't know, man. It threw my viewing off. I'm used to seeing everything full or widescreen in my aspect ratio. So that
it was a little weird, especially if you have a big TV.
Yeah. Well, I do.
But if you're living in like 1950s Russia or something with your little tiny ass small 4:5 screen or some shit, then I'm pretty sure it worked fine for you.
I get his logic in keeping the integrity of the version that he was working on, but that would also require everybody having an auditorium-sized theater inside. So, freaking, I don't see it making sense in a home theater context.
Oh, by the way, if you check the video, I put it into infinity.
Oh shit! What?
You did what?
That looks trippy, but I don't know how that's gonna help anybody in anywhere.
It's a simple instance for the rabbit hole.
It's just there to look cool. You know how like Zack Snyder's visuals or his movies are. It's just there to look cool.
I think you have a response, Silverado. This person says that hamburgers are worth civilian safety.
The hamburgers look good.
You're not seeing the chat?
How do you bring up the chat?
Well, you have to go to your YouTube page and look and click on the live video.
Oh, his dying YouTube page?
Yep.
Or his dead YouTube page?
His zombified YouTube page. Came back to life.
We'll shock it for some there.
Hold on, I'm heading there right now.
You fool! Just mute it so it doesn't come off my head. when you go to the stream, it's gonna be playing, so you're gonna hear our audio twice.
Oh, okay, so just mute it when I get there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll be able to see the chat
The Spidey 2065.
where the dude is talking about.
Is it
Basically, that
a
it's
most
really-
intriguing update?
worth
Or
it.
unique?
What? Oh, he's basically saying that it was basically
Sorry,
well worth it for him to murder her, Iris, for that hamburger. I guess
That actually does make sense. Now, if it was a cheeseburger, it'd be a different story. I mean,
Can we change the cheese on the cheeseburger?
what's that?
Can we change it? Do we have cheese options on this cheeseburger?
We do have cheese, but we're going American cheese
Nah, man, can we
primarily.
make it Swiss?
No, we're not getting Swiss. Take that shit back to Switzerland.
See, no class, sir. No class.
That ain't American, all right?
It's all about Swiss. I'm gonna make
You know what I
have-
noticed
I'm
about
gonna make you
the
have
Snyder Cut?
this socialist hamburger. This socialist cheeseburger. You eat it.
I think the Snyder Cut to me showed me that Zack Snyder likes to just he thinks okay, this movie's just supposed to be this all-out action superhero fest, people fighting, stupid shit happening, right? But
I wouldn't go that
I
far.
feel like Zack Snyder treats his movies as if they're supposed to be like this super like artistic thing. Like it's supposed to be like this art house film. That's why he went with the aspect ratio, and that's why they released a black and white cut of the Snyder Cut
You
on
just
HBO Max.
You just reminded me. Another thing I didn't like. The constant Jesus allegory. in the
That's
film.
that was in all his Superman
no,
movies.
Yeah, I don't mind. I don't mind that.
Really heavy in this goddamn film.
I felt it was heavier in Batman. No, Batman vs Superman and Man of Steel. I thought it was heavier.
Man of Steel was definitely heavy in
Yeah.
there.
It is there, right? But come on, man. You got promotional posters of the goddamn Joker fucking
That
cosplaying
too.
as Jesus.
That was just
Yeah,
the
that was a
thing.
little weird.
That was just him, look
Now,
look
listen,
at
it
this.
doesn't take it away from the movie, but it's kind of like I did not mind it in like BVS and Man of Steel. The thing is that I thought that it was just beating you over the head with it. I'm like, yes, I get it. I know. Can we move on?
But that was a picture. It wasn't in a movie.
Because to him punching somebody from Apocalypse, I don't really. We've established this with 2, 3 something hour movies. Why do you need to remind me again?
Well, he is Jesus.
It's Superman.
I got it the first time when he destroyed half of Metropolis. I clearly got it. I don't need to see it again. So there was that. Outside of that, I pretty much enjoyed everything.
Same.
I'd say I think I've seen the movie at least 3 times already. The 4-hour cut, yeah.
I
Damn.
can't be bothered with that.
I've seen it once.
And it's not because I wanted to. It's just because the first time I watched it, it was a bit noisy in my room due to my dog going crazy.
Taco?
So what I did was I killed the dog, watched it a second time, and enjoyed it more.
Is your dog still alive?
Oh no, Taco's not. Taco's not here anymore.
Oh, R.A.P.
I was
Taco.
about to say, I'm like, wow, that is a really long living Chihuahua. I'm like,
You know what? She
Chihuahua-
passed away a couple months ago, but she was like 20 years old. That dog was like older than Zack Snyder's
Career?
asshole.
That's you were gonna go
I know.
nowhere
I know,
down
right?
or
I was gonna go, nowhere down.
down or dark. Honestly, I thought you was gonna be like older than his daughter. I was like, oh my
Yeah.
I actually was thinking about saying that, and then I remembered what happened, and I'm like, okay, that's a little bit fucked up.
Right?
god. I said that as a matter of predicting shit, not as a statement. So yeah, I get what you're saying. Sometimes he could be pretentious. You know what?
No, he's super pretentious.
But I didn't even start noticing this pretentiousness until he got Superman, right? Because like prior to that, I don't remember him having a bunch of religious allegory in any of his movies.
Yeah, I don't remember him having an allegory for Jesus and Dawn of the Dead.
I don't
Yeah, that was a
know.
good movie, by the way. One of his best.
It is my favorite of his, in terms of his work.
Well, we'll wait and see how Army of the Dead performs and if it's shit or not.
It's gonna kick ass. So long as he doesn't pull.
I don't think it's gonna be ass.
I said it's gonna kick ass, not that it will be.
Oh, okay.
Deaf dummy.
I am pretty deaf.
So yeah, like Steppenwolf, I don't understand why they cut his entire existence in that movie and replaced it with whatever the hell was going on. I actually understand he actually has a motivation now. I don't want to say understand because that implies that the information was there and I didn't get it. The information was not there, in the Whedon cut, just screaming about Mother and the Unity, and we don't know what the fuck it does, right? So we know that he wants to be back in the graces of Darkseid, back in Apocalypse. We know, outside of comic books, what the Unity and the Mother boxes do, and the general synopsis of the film, which I like. I don't know what's going on with Amber Heard's voice. I'm going to assume that this was the intention all along, and that James Wan didn't give a shit. Otherwise, why does she have an accent?
I just hate Amber Heard. I think she needs to just go away completely from everything. That's why that new show, The Stand, sucks so bad.
Listen, I'm gonna use what I like calling the Chris Benoit defense. Right?
You're gonna kill her?
No, stupid. And
that's the Chris Benoit defense.
I'm shocked you know who that is.
I do. I used to watch wrestling all the time.
Your favorite wrestler was probably Val Venus, right?
No, it was Rikishi.
Yeah, him too. And then the tag team, the Dicks.
You might as well be speaking Japanese. I don't know what you guys are talking about. That's not true. I know like 5 words in Japanese. So I'm pretty much fluent.
We're not talking Japanese because if we were, you would know what we're talking about.
You're right. I'm fluent. I'm sorry. I know 5 words. I know 5 words.
If somebody mispronounced kaiju, Fred would probably immediately walk up to them. Listen, sir, don't you ruin the cultural integrity.
You know what's funny? I don't like saying kaiju. I like saying monster because that's how I grew up. But the people who say kaiju now is because of Pacific Rim, right? But I knew
yeah.
No, but it was after Pacific Rim people started saying kaiju a lot more. And I remember I remember trying to learn how to say kaiju before that movie came out. And you know the way I learned it? Kaiju. It's like Kyle from South Park, and he's a Jew. Kaiju.
Oh God.
That's how I learned how to say it. That's how I remembered.
That I just knew how to say it, and I grew up with monster movies, so I already knew that they were.
Wait, are you saying that all these monster movies are part of a South Park cinematic universe that we don't know about?
Maybe. Remember that episode where they fought that actress? I forgot who it was.
Susan Sarandon. No. Barbra Streisand.
Yeah.
Barbra Streisand. Yeah.
But yeah. So. Superman's improved. I love Superman's look.
Yeah, a lot better than BB Superman. Like I remember thinking back, like he is so like mopey and like, this is mercy. You better not go to your light. Like this is Superman. Like what?
He was like super emo in that movie.
I remember thinking like I was like people are theorizing this is Bizarro. I'm like no, it's not. And then I saw that clip, and I'm like, oh shit, maybe he is bad Superman or some shit. No, that's just regular Superman, apparently.
Do you remember that scene? I believe it was Batman and Batman v Superman. He's trying to, I think he's trying to get the kryptonite from the truck. He's chasing the truck, and he's trying to stop these bad guys. And Superman's like, nah, you're not going to stop these bad guys on my watch. And he just stands in front of Batman's car, and then Batman hits him and then crashes.
Well, no, he stood in the way.
Yeah.
Batman chose to hit him because they show him accelerating to run him over.
I would choose to hit him too if he was being that emo.
I like how the emo-ness of the scene is the thing that bothers you, not the fact that in that whole scene, Batman pretty much killed everybody.
Yeah, I know. It's already been.
Actually, I don't mind that at all.
My comic book guy is hilarious. He's just like, I didn't see him kill anybody. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? He's gonna kill nobody. I was like, you mean when he threw the boat at that truck and it exploded? And then to the marina.
Or how about the guy on the back of the truck and he just flies through it with the tumbler?
No.
What was it? The Batmobile. I was gonna call it the tumbler.
It was the guy that the grenade fell and he's like, oh fuck it, he got blown up by a grenade, whatever.
Or that one truck that the Batmobile goes right through and it explodes completely.
Or, that scene.
The reason.
Or while saving Superman's mom, what is it? He uses the grappling gun and it goes through somebody's shoulder, but it sends him flying to a brick wall and blood splatters.
Like I don't mind, honestly. I don't mind that he kills people. It's fine. That's cool. I like that happening. It would work better in the movie if he didn't kill and he went into such a place against Superman that he decides to kill. That'll make it'll make the movie better. But honestly, I don't mind. There could be a movie where he kills.
I'm not complaining about gratuitous violence
Me
for the most part, but I'm just saying
it'll work better for the story.
Well, in the context of what we're adapting, that's what pops out to me because I'm just like, yeah, man, he's supposed to kill. He's just murdering a whole bunch of people. Like I wouldn't necessarily deduct points from it, like while watching the movie in an analysis, but it is something that like makes your eyebrow raise, like go up if you read the comics and you know anything about it. You're like, oh man, he's sure breaking this. He's sure breaking a lot of his rules.
Yeah.
Hashtag this is my Batman. I don't read comics. Hey, well, you know what? Ben Affleck's a terrible Batman. Let's just all agree to that.
No, I like him.
I mean, I would rather have him and keep him as Batman. I mean, shit's getting too convoluted, right? Because now, what's Fairy Boy's name?
Robert Pattinson.
Robert Pattinson.
There you go.
Edward.
Intriguing.
Edward.
It came out that like his Batman is a different Earthbound Batman. So I forgot what number they assigned, but basically it's supposed to be.
Oh my god, are you being attacked over there?
I am. It's all the dogs in the living room going ham.
Why do you have
I don't know.
We're gonna wait while Silverado finishes getting eaten by a pack of dogs.
Okay, no, we're finished. I'm alive.
Oh, okay.
They probably saw a bird.
Hey, dude, do you live on a farm?
I do. I live on a Kent farm.
On
With emo Superman.
In California, there's only two type of farms that you're gonna have, right? It's either
What's that?
A winery or a weed farm. So which one is it?
Oh shit!
Nah,
I don't
dude,
know.
if he was on a weed farm, he'd be rich. So.
Yeah, probably will.
Like you be.
California. This whole place is shit.
Dude, you okay here. So you say that, right? I don't know if it's that you hate Indio, or you have like some right-wing nutcase getting inside your head. What is so bad about California? Because when I went there, I had a stellar time. All right, yeah, the hobos and it's a little crazy. All right, what other mega state isn't like that?
You want to know the number one problem we have down here?
Tell me, because I gotta visit Cali now. Like I have to visit it every year multiple times now that I have family there. So not only will I be there this year at some point again, right? I will be there next year. No, the following year, twice, because WrestleMania will be there. So I have a lot of.
WrestleMania. Jeez, it's all fake, Spidey. You know that, right?
Oh my God! So you telling me that one time that Thanos snapped his fingers and killed everybody, that was fake too?
No, that was real. That happened, didn't it?
Oh my God, I don't know what's real anymore.
Oh yeah, okay. Let's not talk about Avengers Endgame and how disappointed I was with that movie.
You were disappointed with that movie? Wait, hold on.
Okay, here's my little review on it, all right? The movie?
Wait, we're not done review.
I'm not doing a full review. I'm just telling you.
No, wait, because I'm still on California. You hate
Oh, yeah. I was going to tell you, the reason it sucks down here is because it's hot. That's it.
It's hot over here. I don't mind it.
Oh, well, I do.
What you got? At least it snows sometimes in California. It's an
It doesn't snow over here. It never snows over here.
It actually snowed a couple of years ago because.
What alternate reality were you in?
We
no.
We probably live in a part where it doesn't snow.
Yeah. I live in a shithole.
There are parts in California where it snows. An uncle of mine showed video. He's like, it's fucking snowing out here. And he lives like 45 minutes away from
California. You drive to somewhere with snow, you can drive somewhere and you go to the desert. It's like really all over the place.
Rain across the street and not rain on the side that you're standing on.
Exactly.
So
that's essentially how it is down here.
Somebody in the chat again. Or Portland homelessness versus LA homelessness are different beasts. Well, I've never been to Portland, sir, although it is on my agenda. I did not have a problem with the homelessness in California. I heard that it's kind of like the South Park episode, right? Got some change. But I only saw one homeless bum. Now, this bum was determined. He followed us for multiple blocks for tacos and was relentless, and we had to threaten to whoop his ass for him to go away. But I didn't see like 50 of them run up.
Why didn't you just give him a taco?
No, because then you're.
It's my taco.
Why did Acornia saw the taco and you couldn't give it to him?
I do not believe that when you are going out for drunken escapades, that you should It's gonna sound bad, but you know, don't feed the
Here we
horse.
go.
And this is why.
Yeah.
This is why. I got mad at one of my friends
No.
because we were bar hopping and we went to one of my favorite bars that does dueling pianos. Literally, two pianos dueling it out, right? With songs. And you could pick any song as ridiculous as it is. And me and my friends have a thing going where we just start picking obscure rap, obscure music. Fucking start picking the ending
So wait,
theme of anime
there's
songs.
people there that do the song for you on piano?
There are two piano players
Oh,
facing
okay.
against each other, right? And you put a tip of any amount and you put a song, whatever fucking song, right? And they got to play it back and forth, battling until they get like stumped. But I guess musicians that do this are really, really goddamn good.
Kind of reminds me of Scott Pilgrim.
Where's this at?
I
No.
That's exactly just like Scott Pilgrim. And as the Battle of the Bands, that's what dueling pianos is. And we've been trying for years to fucking stump on these motherfuckers.
It's in Orlando?
Is it what?
It's in Orlando?
No, it's all over the world. Whatever bar and wherever you are.
No, but the one you go to.
Yes, it's in Orlando. It's in
Okay.
downtown Orlando. But I go to this. We're going to this bar for dueling pianos, right? And freaking, there's a homeless person or there's a bum, and I'm just like, I ain't got no money, whatever, and walk inside. I don't even matter about the contradiction. So I'm going inside, and my friend feels bad, and he doesn't have physical money on him, so he goes to the goddamn ATM right near the entrance and gives this bitch $20. And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? I was like, now she knows that this is here. Now more of them are gonna come here, and now it's gonna be a hassle, just like the South Park episode, right? And now we're gonna have a problem, right? And I like going to this bar. I don't want to have to fight a bunch of bums just to get inside this bar. God damn it! So,
Being attacked.
Stop. Who attacked?
See, this is why you never own dogs. This is why dogs and cats are the worst pets in the world.
My brother has a dog. And Salem was well behaved. So,
You still have Salem after all these years?
you know that like Bombay cats live for like 22 years, right?
Jesus Christ, I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, dude.
I thought your cat would have killed itself by now living with you.
Only when I do these sessions talking to you. Get up.
It probably hears my voice and remembers all the traumatic experiences that it's had.
How's his rapist not in jail?
Becomes that cat from Pet Cemetery.
I own the police.
Technically speaking, in a sort of sense, at some point, Silverado owned the police. But
At some point in my life, I did.
yes, he did. I'm not gonna go into it. But anyway, so you hate it. Why? I would have. Oh, that answers your question. I didn't give the fucking bum a taco because then he'll just think that he's doing to everybody else and he'll be bothering everybody else. Now, your point. Your people were nice. The food was nice. The nightlife was nice. Had a grand old time. The only thing I didn't like was that fucking. Besides the
Dogs being too loud.
super expensive.
I swear to God, man. I'm gonna kill these animals. Give me 1 second.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are you talking? I can't hear. I just hear dogs barking.
Well, oh my god, he must have strangled the dogs.
Jesus Christ. I walked in there and all the dogs looked at me like, what the fuck are you doing in here, buddy? I go back to your room.
The big dog has appeared.
Jesus.
Silverado. We got. Oh shit. Do you wanna? We'll get back to these things, but do you wanna? Do you wanna be Dr. Phil for a moment? Got you two. The chat needs our help, sort of.
Okay, what is it?
I'm gonna pose the question in the chat, and I guess it's more towards you, but I guess you'll hear it anyway. But whatever, fuck. Hey Spidey, really into this girl. But she says she likes me back, but I'm afraid if I unchain her, she'll run. What do? I'm gonna assume you mean what? What do you? What do you mean?
I was
Okay.
gonna say, what kind of chains are you using on her?
You know what? It's a 50-50. She could love you back, or she can kill you. You should just take that risk.
Okay, so here I'm gonna pose this. Dude. So first of all, I need to know what you mean by unchain her, because I've never heard anybody use that phrase in dating or in relations to a woman. I'm not making fun of you.
I
I'm not
use that all the time.
right? I don't know what you mean by it, right? So, because I'm gonna just be hyperbolic for humor's sake. He can mean like unchained could mean like should I kill her, right? And I could be like, yeah, man, you know, sow your wild oats, unchain yourself, right? And then like come out later, you know, random ass podcaster told person to go kill, you know, many other podcasts. That's not what I mean. So, if you could tell me, what do you mean by unchained? So I could then proceed to give you an answer. Now, with ignoring that out of the way, right? If she says that she likes you, right? When I say fucking, take her out on a date. Say fuck it, right? Because you ain't gonna go nowhere but up, right? Because right now you are in the bottom surface, right? There's nowhere, you can't go nowhere. Because if you're not, should we keep it clean for hilarity's sake, or should we just speak freely?
It depends how. What do you mean?
The chains are steel. Oh, that's perfect.
Again,
you know what? You gotta get some. You gotta get some. I say duct tape as well.
All I'm saying is, right now,
I'm gonna double wrap it.
If I want to be safe, right now you aren't making pancakes with her, right? So there's nowhere for you to go, right?
Is she putting the lotion on the skin?
In reference to pancake, or are you just using a different analogy?
No, I'm looking at the chat right now. He said the chains are steel. So I'm assuming he has her in his basement somewhere.
I don't know what he means by these.
I definitely do. I have a couple people chained up in my basement as well.
If he knows what you're talking about, then you two both need help. If you are a mentally disturbed person, you should.
Hey, you know what though? Let's put it this way: that love cannot break those chains of steel. All right. And neither can her cries of pain.
Listen, don't take any advice from Silverado. This is definitely not a subject he's a master on, or even confident in. So,
masturbator.
Like, yes, you are a master debater.
Oh shit! How did you know?
Yeah.
Oh fuck! I almost fell. Holy shit! Woo!
Ask her out, right? And take her out, because right now, you know, not as an insult, like, but if you're not interacting with any woman that you want to chase, right? And you're not doing what you want to do with her, either a date or anything else, either private, then you know you're at the bottom of the barrel. Right?
I like how you're being serious on a non-serious question.
I don't listen. I'm just trying to answer it in both ways. You got nowhere to go but up, right? So just
follow your dreams, friendship, all that crap.
Ask her out, go somewhere fun, but don't go somewhere that's gonna, like, you know, bust your wallet and make sure
put you in front of the cops. You don't want that.
And you know, there you go. Have at it. Shit. Because if you chase her but you don't tell her, right, then she's not a psychic. She doesn't fucking know. So hey.
Well, let's be honest.
You never know.
Chase a woman, you know. Just don't tell her you're chasing her. Just chase her. You know, especially while she's running in the forest at night.
Yes. If you are in the forest, remember that you need to conserve cardio. You don't actually need to run at all. You'll just be there first.
This also begs the question, though: why is she running in the forest in the middle of the night? Well, there's a serial killer loose.
Because those are the scenarios of a horror movie.
Oh yeah, that's every horror movie. No, the fucking man.
But yeah, ask her out, dude. Go somewhere casually fun, right?
Like your basement.
Don't. You know what? Let's play Obama's anger manager, anger translator. I'm going to seriously answer this guy, and as I answer, you give your interpreted bullshit. Ready?
I'll try.
Okay. So, right now, you're not doing anything with her. So I say, ask her out.
So basically what he's saying is right now, you're not torturing her. So, you know, at least go downstairs and beat the shit out of her a couple times.
And take her somewhere casual, not somewhere intense. Somewhere, you know, daylight, very serene, not expensive.
Yeah, so basically what he's saying is if you're going to take her anywhere above ground, you're going to put her in the trunk of your car, but make sure she feels at home and she feels safe. So put some bright lights in the trunk.
And, you know, I'm not telling you not to buy her anything, like a drink or something, but it's the first date, don't get, or, it's an outing to get to know each other, and you can get her a coffee or something, don't go too crazy. I ain't saying don't take her to a fucking 5-star dinner, right, and pay for everything. There are bitches that love getting a free meal. So, keep that in mind.
Basically what he's saying is feed her dog food in the trunk of your car.
I hope this isn't our last episode.
What?
The first and last episode.
Yeah. And then if you decide to do that, let us know during the next stream how it went, if you're around for it. And then, I don't know, fucking chill about it. Don't be a person that you're not, but just, be relaxed. The more nervous you are, the more of an idiot you end up looking. All of us.
Yeah, give us an update on her condition as well.
I guess that's what it meant, what I said. But, yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
So, fuck it, right? Life's too short. Ask her out. And if she says no, then fucking take it like, Superman takes a bullet. Fucking it bounces and...
Yeah, basically what he's saying is, life's too short. Her life is too short. So if she tries to escape...
Ooh, comedy gold. So clever.
You know what I would like to do? What I would love to see? What is it? Those Nas X, Little Nas X, Satan shoes that he has?
Oh, yeah. Fucking dumbest shoes ever.
Yeah, to piss off the conservatives or whatever, or the pro.
Piss off all the Christians out there.
But hearing what you just said, her life's too short. I was like, that would be a perfect tagline for his devil shoe. I would straight up real talk, because I'm from a city, so by default I have 100 pairs of sneakers. I would get a pair of Devil Air Forces with a tagline, "Her life is too short." So I'm just saying, Lil Nas X, get on them, and I will pay minority money for those sneakers.
You think Lil Nas X listens to this podcast already? I'm pretty sure he does. That would be interesting.
Listen, life's funny. You never know.
No, I'm not funny.
I never thought I'd live to see the day where one day I get a bunch of DMs blown up because the fucking Falcon is making fun of somebody that I know on his national platform. But
is it really? I can imagine did that?
Yeah, you're the one that told me.
The Falcon?
The Falcon? Who the fuck's a Falcon?
Anthony Mackie.
I don't remember. I told you about Red Letter Media, not the Falcon.
Oh, no. I'm sorry. I apologize. I was wrong. Not the Falcon. When War Machine points out that somebody you know is retarded, right? You know that life is funny. There we go. That's what Fred had told me.
When did War Machine point that out, and to who?
Dude, I don't remember that. I remember telling you Red Letter Media talked about them. I don't remember talking about Don Cheadle.
Okay, what? Okay, so apparently Fred suffered amnesia. And
Dude, I remember telling you about Red Letter Media, not Don Cheadle.
Oh, well then maybe. Okay, so this is what happened. So last year.
You got it confused. How'd you get Red Letter Media confused with Don Cheadle?
No.
Listen, I'll fucking tell you. They all
okay.
Right? So last year during Oscar season, right? I'm just chilling, and Fred was the first one, but I got like a bunch of people put me up on this. I was like, what the fuck, right? And I guess like to hear Adam say something stupid is like I'm used to it, right? To hear Storm say something stupid or like be wrong, I like we're all used to it, right? But for them to be like so extraordinarily wrong, right? That like Hollywood now is just like these mother lovers are on a whole different level, right? It's something I never thought I'd see. So I'm hanging out, just chilling, and Fred sends me this thing from Red Letter Media, where they're covering a tweet that War Machine is making fun of. Don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure it was just Storm. Like Storms and Adam had a problem with Parasite winning the Oscar, right? Because they won Best Foreign Film, not recognizing their infinite intelligence that some fucking foreign films don't make it to the States, and the different qualifications that classification in Europe aren't the same as in the United States, but still their thought process is that if you win foreign film, you shouldn't be able to win Best Picture. I don't know. I'm not mind.
I don't think that's necessarily true. I think if it's a good movie, it should be able to win Best Picture.
That too, right?
Let the movie speak for itself. Doesn't matter if it's a foreign movie or not.
That is the process of somebody with common sense. That we're not talking about them. Like, I'll say at the very least, like when Adam is alone or at least separated from Storms, his takes are better. But when it's them two, it's like two blind people in like a shooting contest. It's just like this. I've never seen so many bad takes. No, it's bad. But again, it's nor here nor there. They want to do that. That's their thing. But they made that claim, and then I guess Adam left it alone. Right? It's just like this is his take, and that's the end of the day. He separated himself from Storms, but Storms never knowing where the smart road is or when to stop, continued and made some video where he made an ass of himself, right? And the thing blew up, right? And Don Cheadle saw it, right? And in the video, he goes to like super racist tirades, and he starts, nothing he says makes any sense. It is one of the most moronic videos I have ever seen,
and it doesn't help. He's talking about the Joker, and there's already a bad image of the Joker.
He wanted Joker to win. Oh, mind you, too, that when this explosion happened for him, this mental breakdown, he had not seen Parasite, so he was making a claim without seeing both movies, which makes it even more retarded. So I don't know if you were a part of this, Silverado. I know Fred was, but like, when we did the Oscar coverages in 2009 or 8, and we were up for like 10 hours or however long the Oscars were, right? Prior to that broadcast, we had seen all of the Oscars, everything that was up for contention, right? So we knew we could be like, well, I disagree because this and this. Or X movie is superior to this movie because this movie fails in this aspect as opposed to this movie did, yada, yada, yada. We were able to compare and contrast because we saw the fucking movies, right? But we didn't see Parasite. So, like,
I don't think I was a part of that.
Storms of Stupidity or the super long...
The Oscar thing.
Yeah, if you look through the SpideyCast feeds, you'll see it, dude. It's like 6 hours long. It's insane. So you didn't see it. So like all of these they're wrong. All these hot takes are just wrong. And listen, it's just the worst of the internet, right? I would like to put this out there, right? Because I know that this was a big thing. Like then people started saying that he's a racist and this, folks. The man's not a racist. He's not a legitimate racist. Just trust what I'm saying.
If he did, he'll hate you, wouldn't he?
Yeah, or he would hate a whole lot of people that we know. Storms is not a racist, right? Now, was he saying racist things? Of course. Does he say stupid shit without thinking? He is a master, a PhD of not thinking before he speaks. So, what you heard, yeah. If somebody was to say he went on a racist tirade, I'd be like, yeah. It is what it is, right? Is he a racist? Now it's just him having a broken motor mouth, not filtering anything. And I guess Hollywood saw it, and they started insulting and just shitting on him, and then of course the whole internet just started clowning him, and then like I would get like messages on my Facebook, YouTube, and other comments and stuff like this. Did you see this? Oh my God, blah blah blah. And I was like, listen, man, I ain't a part of that show. I have no say whatsoever in him making an ass of himself. And I don't know what else to tell you, but we can laugh at it if you want to send me that. But like, for a good week and a half, it was just all that constantly. But yeah, War Machine called Storms and Adam stupid. And made like basement dwelling virgin jokes on their behalf.
So basically, the lazy jokes, the ones that everyone uses.
I mean, yes, but the impact of the joke works better when your target starts acting like the joke.
No.
That
makes sense.
therein lies the hilarity of that situation. But yes, an Avenger, made fun of these two in the midst of their madness. I don't know if they've ever had that happen again. I don't watch those streams, so I don't like. I best Storm probably knows. I will only watch a stream, like I don't watch that show. If Adam is doing the stream on a game that I like, I watch it. Like I'll watch his Pokemon streams because I think they're hilarious. Because he's awful at the game, and I'm a god at it. So it brings me great joy trying to watch him. But that's nor here nor there. So we're done on that. What else? We covered Batman.
And how shitty Ben Affleck is as Batman.
Which I disagree.
That he's great. Here's what I can't believe, right? Out of the entirety of that movie, all the stuff that needed to be cut, fine. There were things in Snyder's cut that he needed to cut out. But
He should have Snyder cut them.
I can't believe they took out Flash going back in time.
Yeah.
Because that scene was so amazing. And listen, basically for me, that movie is all y'all were fucked in the A until Flash saved everybody's ass. Because everybody was doomed.
Well, the Flash and Cyborg, I'd say them two specifically.
No, because he got blown up when the boom tube blew
Well,
up.
the Flash did save everyone, but then Cyborg went into the mother boxes to save everyone's ass even more.
He didn't even do that until the Flash saved him.
That's true. That's what I'm saying. Both of them. It was a combination of both.
Nah, man.
I gotta say though that let's just put it out there that the Flash scene is one of the best superhero moments in a long time.
What?
I'd say it's one of the best superhero moments in a movie that has happened in a long time.
The Flash singing? Is that what you said?
No, the Flash scene where he's turning back time.
Yes. I thought the scene was beautiful.
The Flash singing.
Yeah, I was like, I missed that part.
For me.
So I thought it was, I thought it was beautiful. I thought it was like an element it was definitely the heart of the scene and best scene in the movie for me. And the fact that I don't want to blame Whedon, but whoever was part of that team that looked and they were just like, we got to cut this scene. I'm just like, y'all are fucking crazy.
Well,
No way.
it's funny. I have a friend of mine at work who loves he just I'll say a month before the Snyder cut, he's like, yo man, you ready for that Snyder cut? You waiting for that Snyder cut? I'm like, yeah, whatever. I'll see when I see it. And of course, he loved it. And I like the movie too. But when I was talking to him, and he was telling me, oh, okay. It feels like you're mad that you liked it so much. And I'm like, no, I'm just talking about things I didn't like, Like, I think for him, it's like a masterpiece. I'm like, I like it, but there are parts that I don't enjoy or, whatever.
I got somebody, I think they're from Adam's subscriber list. I'm not sure. I'm not gonna say their name, but they're on my Facebook. And this person is disturbingly obsessed with the Snyder cut. It every single day, moment I would look on my feed and it'd be 10, 15 posts, a second, just about the Snyder cut. And I posted so much about it that I could not wait for the movie to come out. Just to have a clean feed and for this person to shut the fuck up.
Well, he's still probably going to be talking about it after it's come out, so you're fucked regardless.
Yeah, they were. But at one point, I think even I was just like, I am so glad this movie came out so you can stop talking about this. I don't think they noticed, but it was just out of hand. And so much so to the point that I'm just I'm starting to hate Zack Snyder. And I like him, and I like the movie.
Right.
So much.
But the reason I talked about it is because he has a theory that Josh Whedon intentionally ruined that movie. I don't mean him being bad. I mean he literally, that was his intent from the beginning, was to fuck him over.
Why would we
I know, right?
Honestly, it really feels like it, especially when you watch the movie and you see all the different choices that he made.
I agree that his choices are bad. He was hired. I
don't want to say that his choices are bad. I would say that his choices, at best, are inferior. Not all the choices that he made are bad. Listen, he took away all the music. He cut all the music videos.
Fine, yeah.
That's great. He cut down unnecessary slow-mo. That was great. He didn't cut the um anything established.
He
So for
just
example,
basically what he did, he
Daenerys
reshot and
founded
recut stuff.
era instead of differently. And you know, listen, there are things he fucked up on, right? So I wouldn't.
I just feel like he gets too much. Like people like to blame the director for a lot, but he was hired by a studio to finish a movie and keep it under 2 hours. That's it.
Exactly.
That's what happened. He didn't do it intentionally. He didn't. He wasn't like I don't know about that shit. Like the other shit, like behind the scenes. I don't know. I'm just talking about the movie making process. He was hired.
But there are certain things that stand out to you as weird, right? Because like, why would Whedon take Steppenwolf from Snyder's design to the design that he had? When if I cannot see anybody looking at both those two designs, right, and saying that the Whedon one looks more.
Yeah. Well, again, it was just they did hire different guys. It was like, oh, I want to make it my own thing, I guess. That's what I'm thinking. He just wants to do his own thing, even though it wasn't as good as the other one.
It's not. I mean, yeah, I could buy that. I don't see Josh Whedon as a vindictive director.
Yeah.
I just think he didn't know what to do with the movie when he came on board. It was like he was given, like Fred said, he was given this movie, and he came in and he tried to do his own thing, and it turned into shit. And I think a lot of the choices he made, they weren't just bad choices. I think they were fucking horrible choices. A lot of the jokes,
yeah,
a lot of the cutting. Like I hated that he cut out a lot of the cyborg stuff and then the Flash stuff. I mean, I can understand that, I can understand the Flash scene in the Snyder Cut, where he's like going all fast, trying to save Iris and stuff. I understand why you can cut something like that out, but I mean, there's no point in cutting out Cyborg's backstory and stuff. I thought that was the most interesting part of the Snyder Cut. He was the heart of the movie. That's what everyone says too,
Yeah, he was.
He was great.
The thing. Go ahead.
CGI was a bit iffy.
Yeah,
but,
it was.
Other than that, he was really good.
The thing I don't get that when he was hired to finish it, he had all the pieces. I don't know why he wanted to make new pieces. Like he had everything there.
What is brunch? It's like lunch and
I hate that scene so much, dude. I hate it so much. It's so dumb.
That speaks volumes about Joss Whedon as a director to me.
Yeah, but okay, here's the thing you might not be seeing too. That could be the case, but it also is that it's a director who literally has a contrasting style to Zack.
Yeah, true.
So Whedon is more about like colorful, the vibrant, the hopefulness, right?
And pointing out the jokes to him, and pointing out.
He's more about that CGI mustache.
I mean,
or that CGI mustache, being deleted.
But
he's
go ahead. All about like the brightness and the light and the hope, while Snyder tends to like want the film to be darker, right? That's kind of like
he did make it darker.
That's kind of like having Sofia Coppola direct a fucking Tim Burton movie. Like, nah, it's gonna clashing styles, man. It ain't gonna work.
And he likes to point out how ridiculous things are, Josh Whedon. No, Josh Whedon.
When he points out how ridiculous it is, it kind of like he puts it in his dialogue, and it seems forced. It seems really forced.
And Zack Snyder takes his world seriously,
Yeah, I think the one thing I actually didn't like about the Snyder Cut was, I understand Zack Snyder, he likes his color tones, but the tone of that movie was
right?
Brownish, weird. Yeah, it was a weird color.
I wouldn't mind if things like maybe like Superman's eye lasers were really red, or things in the environment were more colorful than the other things, so they'll pop out more. Kind of like Sin City.
Oh yeah. Yes.
That'd be cool. But everything is so like dialed back. It's funny.
I am glad that they removed that Russian family, though.
That was
the
bad.
Dumbest part of Justice League.
This family that lives near a nuclear waste site. That's normal.
Yeah. Wasn't it Chernobyl? I think it was
Chernobyl
or something.
Yeah.
I'm like,
that was
what
funny.
The fuck, they live there?
Damn, how poor are you?
There's also a giant apartment complex that's filled with people that live there as well.
How poor are you? You gotta live near like a nuclear waste site.
Every time I think of anything nuclear, like a power plant, I just think of that Simpsons episode where it's turning the fish into mutants.
Oh, 3 eyes?
Yeah.
Mutants. It burns off radioactive man's suit.
Oh yeah, except for the goggles.
No, the goggles they do nothing. I have a pin somewhere of him getting posted on a sign, but everything burned his pants. It's like his ass stuck in a wall.
You know, I haven't watched The Simpsons in a while. Is it still funny or no?
You don't want my perspective because I was born with The Simpsons.
I know. Did you finally die off of it, or you still watch
I
it?
was born with The Simpsons as well, you know? It's entertaining. It could be an entertaining show,
No,
but...
by that I mean, I was literally in the fall of 1986, right? Is The Simpsons syndication.
And the Chumi Almond Show.
I've been watching The Simpsons since 1986 for 34 years. So, like, for me, it's just a thing of life. Like, the way you breathe air, right? I subsist off of Simpsons and air.
So you still watch it?
You asking me if I still watch him? Do I find it funny? Yes, right. But I'm a whole different. I'm a whole different dude. I don't think you should ask me. My opinion is way too biased.
You know what's weird? I still get weirded out by the new intro, the new clean intro. That's how long I haven't seen The Simpsons.
Really?
Yeah.
What with the crow and the new adjustments?
No, the higher quality like intros. I mean, I'm still used to the shitty like the ones they did before.
Now I will admit that the first 12 years are like the golden era of The Simpsons, right? The best of the best, like the smartest jokes or the best dumb jokes, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I still love, The Simpsons, no matter.
All right. Sticks to his guns.
You mean to tell me you're not a Family Guy fan?
Only all the seasons before cancellation, and then the first 2 seasons after cancellation. After that, it hasn't been funny.
I still watch Family Guy.
Yeah, I'm surprised Family Guy hasn't gone completely full woke or anything, you know?
What do you
Figuring
mean?
most shows and movies nowadays, they have to try to get that woke message in there somehow.
Oh.
Well,
yeah, I've been watching this.
They.
Okay.
I'm glad it's. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, I also noticed Fred on Facebook. That's why I'm not Fred, Silverado. I'm like, man, who's talking to Silverado, giving him these bad takes? So, when you bitch about woke film, let's talk about this for a second. Hold on.
Okay.
My teacher chair, right, in the inner cities of Indio, California, and spin it around, right? Now I'm gonna sit on this seat. Silverado, let's rap for a second, okay?
Alright, let's go.
I know your family's not around at the house, but I'll be here at school to teach you the way, okay?
My family's dead.
We all like woke cinema here. I know you might be saying, no, you don't, right? You don't like these, like, pixie haircut pussy films, right? Here's the thing. You don't like SJW content or SJWs. You like wokeness, whether you know it or not, right? Here's the thing. True woke art, true woke cinema doesn't concern itself with telling you that it's woke. It just is, so you know by looking at it. SJWs scream it on the top of their lungs because they're
Captain
not
Marvel.
doing anything woke, right? So they have to constantly beat it over the head. So this is how I'm going to prove that you like woke cinema, right? Do you like Alien?
I love Alien.
Do you like Aliens?
I think Aliens is one of the best movies of all time.
Do you like The Ward?
Okay.
Now let's
I
ignore.
know what you're getting at.
Let's
but
hold on.
To me,
Hold on. Let's ignore the actress, right?
Okay.
Just context of the film. Do you like The Ward?
The Ward?
Yes.
John Carpenter's movie, The Ward?
Yes.
No, I thought it was trash.
You're so full of shit.
I'm not. That movie was fucking trash. I'm pretty sure it was John Carpenter, correct?
Even though you're wrong.
That's weird. That's a weird movie to pick.
Okay, fine. Do you like Drive Angry?
Yeah, I thought Drive Angry was pretty awesome.
Okay, cool. Do you like Halloween 1 and 2?
I like Halloween 1 and 2, yes.
Okay. So, do you like Terminator 1 and 2?
love Terminator 1 and 2. I still think Terminator 2 is one of the best
Hold
movie
on,
sequels of all
I know
time,
what
if
you
not one of the best
I know what you're
movies of
getting
all
with
time.
that. Why go with the Ward? Why don't you just go straight to Halloween 1 and 2?
Yeah, no, where the hell did the Ward come
I
from?
know, right?
Nobody talked
I
about the
I was
Ward.
thinking about it. I was thinking about it. I'm like,
Wait, Jesus! Oh, I didn't
no, it's funny. It's funny, but I was
I should
thinking.
start talking about the word again. Play more
I'm
about
like,
it.
is he talking about?
Boys, we're gonna have to cut this short. I have to go to Easter dinner.
Wait,
Oh my
before
god.
you go to Easter dinner, let me explain. Right?
Okay.
I'm picking these films because they're films. They are woke films that present strong women, right? And you like them, right? So the problem is that you don't like, wokeness, right? It's just that you don't like wokeness done poorly, which is just SJW horse shit, right? Like the last Terminator. Right? What was it? I forgot the name of that garbage, but like Dixie Fairy chick and John Connor doesn't matter and the patriarchy and all this. Ain't nobody give a fuck about none of this, Dorado. And you hate that shit, so do I. Most people do. That's Hollywood, and people those are out of touch people misinterpreting how things really are, right? So that's just what I'm trying to point out to you. It's just the film being woke is not a bad thing, right? I wish all films were smart and aware. It's when you botch it that there's a problem.
I'd say this. I think the only reason I don't like most woke cinema is because every time I put one of those movies on for the girls in my basement, they get the idea that they can fight back. All right. On that note, I have to go.
All right, man.
I'll see you.
I'll see
you sometime in the middle of this week or Sunday. We could do another.
Well, tell the people you're live because we base it off of your schedule now.
Oh yeah. I'd say
good for you, Sundays or the middle of the week?
I'd say Sundays. Definitely. Okay. Sundays for the boys.
Let's settle.
Not the women.
Sundays at 7 p.m. Eastern time. I haven't figured out the name of this or what we're gonna do, but like at least baby steps. So,
sayonara, boys.
Later.
I'll explain this to Silverado and then we'll wrap it up a bit. But why'd I choose the Ward? Okay, because for me, the Ward is another film that falls under the true classification of woke cinema. And it's about strong female empowerment, and it has a strong, smart female protagonist.
I get it. It was weird. I was thinking about it. I was like, wait, are we talking about like the last John Carpenter movie he made like in 2006? That one?
No, man, it was like, where was the Ward? The Ward, nah. It wasn't 2006. I want to say it was like more like 2012 or 11.
No, I know what you mean, but it's like, I was like, it was a movie. I was like, oh wait, I forgot about that movie. I never saw it, honestly.
2010. All right, I knew it wasn't that bad. Like, man, you sound like an old guy or something.
No, but I was like, the Ward. Like what?
But I chose the Ward because the Ward has all the elements of woke film that doesn't concern itself.
Of course.
They're not. At no point does John Carpenter fucking appear and tell you that she's a strong woman or
no.
She just is, right? So the thing that I'm trying to explain to Silverado is that he truly does like those films, right? It's just that you're having like some pink-haired college lesbian at Berkeley tell you not understand it and fuck up the concept, and you don't like that version of like wokeness, quote unquote, right? But films being smart is not a bad thing. Right?
No, people like good characters. It doesn't matter what the color or the gender. As long as they don't beat you over the head with any type of message.
Exactly. That would be somebody that does that is somebody who misinterprets the point.
Like here's the thing. He was talking about. I like Endgame. He was talking about Endgame, right? The part when Spider-Man gets saved by the Avengers, like right before that, it was great. He was being saved, and it just happened to be all the female Avengers. But then they got to stop it for all of them to get up, which one doesn't make sense. Two, it stops it in a movie pace level. If they just cut that part out before when he was just being saved by them, it would have been great.
So you didn't like their nod to A-Force?
No.
I get what you're saying.
Like
and it became apparent to me, right? I'm like, oh yeah, they're nodding A-Force. It didn't bother me because to me, I don't consider that as beating the viewer over the head.
Really? Because didn't they stop the movie for that?
Right, yeah, they stopped the movie for like a second and a half, and it was like done like that. It was super quick. And I don't consider that to be like fake wokeness. They're like, oh, here's your little thing.
I think it does. Imagine, check this
I
out.
could put that more as an ode, like as an homage to something, right? Because all the women there, and I know Scarlett Johansson, they want an A-Force movie, right? So they're just nodding to that. That's how I saw it, and it was like so short and minuscule that, like, for me, it didn't take away from the film.
It did for me because it literally just stopped. Like the nod was better right before that when Spider-Man was trying to get away, and everybody that was helping him was like one of the female Avengers, right?
So then you just have a problem with the execution.
Yes.
You don't have a problem
Yeah.
with them not the A-Force.
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah. But again, that was just a scene. We're talking about movies where this is the problem throughout. Like
Yeah.
The last
You know that
the last Charlie's Angels movie.
I haven't seen that. But do you know the movie? Do you know the remake of Black Christmas?
You mean the third remake? The
last one that came out.
Yeah, I didn't even bother with that.
You know what it
was? I heard that it was an SJW film.
You know what it is though?
When I saw the trailer, it gave me that vibe. And number 3, I thought the 06 one was competent enough.
You know the reason you know the whole deal of that movie though, can I just?
I heard that it was like some secret society of women wanting to kill men or some shit. Or
No. It's a
it was like
secret.
twins.
It was no, dude. The latest movie. It's a secret society of men that are being taken over by a black goo type thing that makes them want to like oppress women.
Really?
Yeah. So even by its own message, it's not the men. It's some kind of magic that's making them evil. But they kill them anyways. They kill the guys anyways.
I knew it, man. When I saw the trailer, first of all, I thought it was unnecessary because, like I said, the remake was in 2006. So I don't, it doesn't need a fucking remake, right?
I don't mind. They can make they can do anything as long as it's good. That's my thing.
I don't know, because yes. Yes, because I've had scenarios like that. For example, what's the Wes Craven movie with the cannibals? The Hills Have Eyes.
Yeah, that was pretty good. Yeah.
The remake of The Hills Have Eyes, I was like, oh man, fuck this film. It's not going to be good. Was it Platinum Dunes that did that one?
I don't think so. I know they did Nightmare Texas and Jason.
Yeah.
I don't. Maybe they did. I don't think they did. Honestly, was the first one they did was Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and that was good. The remake.
2006. I want to know. I want to know who distributed it.
No, it says Searchlight and Dune Entertainment. I don't think it was.
Okay, right. So it wasn't Platinum Dunes.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I thought at the time, shit, I thought to look in there just now, that it was a Platinum Dunes film. But even then, I was like, it's a remake, great film. We don't need to remake this film. And fuck this, blah, blah, blah. Come in, and the film kicked ass. Excellent film. Did not expect it to be as great as it. Right? So yes, I've had scenarios where I walk into a movie, right, not feeling that the remake is necessary, and then, being proved wrong. But that is so rare. Usually, it happens to be the case that I tend to be right about these things more than I tend to be wrong when we talk about a remake.
I always go in hoping it to be good. That's what I. Mostly
I go in hoping for it to be good. I went in hoping for The Last Jedi to be good, but that's not the reward that I got.
I think it was okay.
Yeah, what?
I thought it was okay.
Nah, man, I hated that movie. And you know what? It isn't, because I know, like, anybody hearing this might just be like, oh, it's general Last Jedi hate. Nah, because prior to that film, the only piece of Star Wars film that I hated was the initial Clone Wars movie.
Mm-hmm.
Because, my thought process was Star Wars is a series that has such rich and great production value, and when I saw that Clone Wars movie, quote unquote, I'm like...
You mean the animated movie?
Yeah, the animated movie, the one with marionette puppets, or the CGI marionette puppets that ended up becoming like, the 11-year running show or whatever it was. which is good. Like I had no problem with the writing and anything, but it's just I didn't like its technical design and execution because I'm used to looking at these marvelous worlds and planets and realistic things, and here I get this like kind of cartoony, watered down horseshit in the movie theater. I'm not down with that. So these are the things that hurt me, right? For Star Wars, because watching the prequels, I never had a problem. I could tell you technically what's wrong with the prequels, and we could agree to them. But like Phantom Menace, it didn't bore me. I was not bored. I was entertained by the prequels, right? So it's not like I have this giant, heavy, strict focus on Star Wars, right? When Force Awakens came out, I was like, oh yeah, I enjoyed the film. This is a good solid film. I like all the seeds that they're planting. I like Finn. I like Rey. All the complaints that they made, Finn is token, Rey is a Mary Sue, all this shit. I disagree with it for the Force Awakens, right? I disagree with all of it. In The Last Jedi, I think that film is guilty of all those claims and more. And then I like The Last Skywalker, or I enjoyed it, right?
Last Skywalker.
So
I haven't seen it yet.
The what?
The last one, yeah.
Skywalker?
Yeah.
I mean, due to it straying so far and trying to avoid The Last Jedi, there are story structure problems because you're just like, this was a thing here and now it's irrelevant here, right? But that's gonna happen. I thought it was alright, solid little film, not the best. It really could be improved. But The Last Jedi put Disney in a box, so that's their fucking fault. I don't feel sorry for them in that respect.
Do you watch The Mandalorian?
I have seen bits and parts. I like what I've seen so far. It's more Star Wars in those films.
Dude, I love that series so much.
What for Mandalorian?
Yeah, dude. I'm totally into that cowboy shit, so that's why it's so good.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I did not know that. I was about to say Silverado's a connoisseur of cowboys. I did not know that you was a Wild West fan.
I kind of do. I haven't seen a lot, but I do like it a lot. The second season, first episode, dude, it's just them trying to fight a giant monster. I love that episode so much.
So then that must mean you must really like Westworld.
I've seen the first 2 seasons. I like season 1 a lot. Season 2 is okay. I haven't seen season 3.
I haven't seen that yet. I keep fucking around with all the cartoons on HBO Max. Or like, what I'll do is I'll take like an edible and then like just get high and watch South Park or like.
Jesus, what is with you and edibles?
What?
You know, I had an edible for the first time like maybe last year, and it gave me such a bad experience.
Oh, dude, tell me, because I've gone like ham. I've gone like all in, dude.
So my friend is like, oh, he's gonna do something with his girl on Valentine's Day. He's like, yeah, I bought a bunch of edibles. We're gonna, I don't know, do stuff.
These are weed edibles?
I'm pretty sure they were. And he's like, here, you can have one. I'm like, all right, fine.
Speaking of that, I need to take mine. Actually, fucking eat something. Fred, entertain the fan while I go get my edibles.
Go ahead.
It won't take long.
Oh God, this guy being a druggie on air. How can we do this? It's not even legal here yet. It is legal for medical use, but that's it. I can't believe he's gonna take one on air now. God, he's a my co-host. One's a druggie and one's a possible serial killer. Hopefully though, he doesn't freak out on stream. It would be funny, but it'd be a bitch to edit. Oh crap. Damn, how long did it take to find one edible? Nope. I wonder if I do ever visit him, if he's gonna just make me do edibles. That one time me and him, he came down here to where I live, and we went to like a bar, and we were just drinking and talking about weird shit. Sorry.
Fred, what are you talking about?
That time you came down here and we were drinking in a bar. I was asking if I ever go up there, will you make me do an edible or something?
Yes.
God.
I definitely would.
So he gives me it, right? And I'm like, okay, cool. And I've had weed before, right? So I was like, all right, I'm just okay. So it was like late at night. Okay, I'm gonna take half of it and I'll just relax and go to sleep, right? So I take it and I'm like, I don't feel nothing. So I take the whole thing, and then it just hits me like my heart starts beating like super fast, and okay, this is how I describe it. You know how you see like lag, right? Like you're playing a video game, you press a button, and then something happens, right?
Yes.
That's how I felt. Like I'll move my arm, and then it'll happen, and I was fucking like freaking out. Like my heart is beating. I'm like my consciousness is going slow. It's kind of like if people
I
watch.
have way too many stories.
It's like people watch JoJo. It's like journal. Oh God, I forgot his name. Oh my God, I forgot his name. He says his name. You ever watch JoJo? Um,
Yeah.
you seen part 5? Golden Wind.
Probably not.
There's a character there. Oh God. Giovanni. Oh God, I can't believe I forgot. He says his name all the time, but his power is that when he punches you, your consciousness like goes out of your body for like your consciousness goes super fast.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, it's kind of like how it felt like I was my body like my consciousness was moving and then my body moved, and I'm calling my friend like, what the fuck did you give me? You know, I was freaking
You
out.
experienced what I experienced. I mean, oh my. Okay.
Okay, another thing too, I was expecting it to be calmed down. I expected to just go to sleep and I'll be all
Yeah.
calm. This was the exact opposite.
No, it is. The problem is that you probably took too much for your first hit. All right, so this is how it happened for me. I went to California, and my best friend was like, "You wanna try some edibles?" I was like, "What?" And so I'm like, "All right," because I'm with him, and we're gonna try it. And my brother's.
I think it was Giorno Giovanni. That's his name.
And we started like these. We go to this place called the Artist Tree, and we get like these like 5 milligram ones. But we've never done it, so like it totally works. Try it, and all we're doing is running around, whining and dining, and we feel great, man. I feel nice and calmed and relaxed. That picture where you saw me with Homelander, we were high out of our mind.
Wow.
Super fucking high. And then just getting cross-faded with the alcohol, right? And so then we bought ourselves stuff and shipped it to ourselves, right? And it made food taste like you could taste the ingredients. It was so good. And then like I noticed like relaxes your body and everything. I was like, oh my God, my nasal cavity is open. I was like, my ankle doesn't hurt. I was like, this is a great plan, right? So in here, Florida has medical. Right?
Yeah.
So I just went out and got myself a medical card because
Are you serious? You got what?
Because I have glaucoma.
What's that? What's that?
I don't think it's a weak joke. People usually do.
Oh.
I have a glaucoma, which is an eye issue.
Oh, really?
Literally, so long as you have like $200, you get the card because the appointment and everything is all bullshit. So you get the card, which allows you to shop at the dispensaries. You have good stuff. Like I'm eating chocolate chip cookies right now. For your edibles, they're not as good as California's though. And I heard that California isn't as good as Colorado. Like it's between Colorado and like Portland.
I think New York also legalized marijuana too, recently.
They just did recently, but I don't know about the quality of their stuff. But let me tell you this: the stuff that my brothers take, California shit, is on a whole different level. I asked them to bring me some stuff for Thanksgiving, and my brother brings me a Rice Krispie, which is like one gram, which is 1,000 milligrams. He gives me a tiny corner, right? Which is fine. That's what I wanted. And about 45 minutes to an hour later, it starts hitting, right? Great. I'm all good. We're whining and dining. We're eating. Have Thanksgiving. It's phenomenal, right? Top of the world. And then, like, the intensity gets, like, greater and greater and greater. It's like the feeling that I had was that my consciousness was stuck in a prison inside my mind. I mean, my body. And my body was maneuvering without my conscious permission, right? And so I'm just like in my head internally, I'm like, why are you moving around like this? Why are you taking forever to eat? Oh my God. Like, remember that one time mom was bitching at you about this? And I'm like, all right, calm down, calm down. I was like, you're high. I was like, relax. And I see and hear everything slower, and time just feels so slow.
Yeah.
And I get up to go get a drink of water because all I was drinking was alcohol. And then I'm like, yeah, man, I just need to go to the bathroom. And apparently, from what felt like 2 to 3 minutes, I was actually in there 10 minutes. And my mom was calling for me. I'm like, oh my God, no, right? She's gonna know. Because we took eye drops to hide the redness in our eyes, right? And in the end, we're like, my other brother knew that I wasn't good. And he was just like, oh, he's just drunk because he hasn't had anything to eat. And I had to like lay down until like I came down to earth a little bit and then got back up. That was fucking crazy. And like, till this day, my mom thought I just got too drunk at Thanksgiving. I was like fucking stoned out of my mind.
Yeah, Thanksgiving, man. Really?
I had a tiny quarter. I didn't think, but apparently that tiny quarter must have had like 250.
Yeah, mine was about the same size, around a quarter.
So that was the craziest fucking thing. Because I like being what I like to call disrupted high. What I mean by that is nice and relaxed.
Yeah.
A nice little head buzz. And you just chilling, but you're not gone into the fucking Twilight Zone. We ain't on some fucking Canal Show shit, right?
No DMT.
Or DMT. Like, oh, now you're getting. Hold on. Why, yes, it is, sir. I'm just talking to the chat.
So you're talking to the chat?
Yeah. Anyway, if I noticed in the chat or whatever, like, somebody was like, "Oh, what the fuck is this? Is this shit you want?" Are you showing me the inception of your YouTube video? Technically, Fred is. I'm not. I don't know what Fred did.
I just looped it, so it goes into infinity.
Yeah, that's all Fred's doing. So you may want to ask him. I don't know about that. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah. So now, it's funny you say that. I am interested in the idea of going into the fourth dimension.
Oh God.
Right?
I hear you talking to like robots and shit. I hear and stuff.
Dude, okay, so there's this series that Comedy Central has, like, I guess where they just put shit that they can't put on TV. So all they're doing is telling these insane drug stories. Like, it's called This Is Not Happening, right? But they have another one called Tales from the Trip, where like comedians and people just tell their trip stories, right? And I'm just like, I want to see the fourth dimension. I want to see what's fucking out there, right? So I've actually started in the process by learning through shrooms, right?
Really?
Yes, through psychedelics. I will earn each totem of my Sharingan eye, right? Hold on. Chat again. Where's Sticky? Oh no, we're not. This is not Spidey Cast or whatever. Even though we're like freeform bullshitting. Although we want to turn it into something inevitably down the line. I don't know what it would be. But we did discuss that it would be free-forming. It'll be Sundays at 7. I could make it Spidey Cast. I don't know. I haven't made up my mind yet. So right now, it was just me, Fred, and Silverado bullshitting. Stick was not around for this. So, sorry, I was just answering.
Yeah, I see.
Anyway, so started with that, right? And one of my brothers got me a bag, and these are psilocybin. And so I tried one after like paranoid research because you don't want to.
Yeah, of course.
Where's Ricardo? I don't know where that fat useless piece of shit is. So you might have to ask Storms. To my knowledge, he's the last one to interact with Ricardo. And I guess they got into some type of argument because Ricardo was talking shit to what's this dickhead's name? The guy who was obsessed with Storms, like
no idea.
Nah, there's this guy who's obsessed with Storms. Like, it's actually disturbing. I would be fascinated with what a psychologist has to say about it. Shit, I forgot. The wall something. It's like a number or whatever. But I've never seen somebody this fucking obsessed. Like, no matter what Storms did, this guy would like, he would steal his videos and like re-upload them, be like, they have to be here, blah blah blah. And in my head, I'm just like, are you guys? You want to be his lover or something? Like that was the weirdest thing. Okay. So yeah, the wall. Yep, that's right. It was the wall. I don't know what that dickwad is doing. Probably jerking off to a shrine of him. The Storms, I mean. If I was to guess, what would an obsessed person want to do? But yeah. So I had a bag, and I tried one, right? Because I was a paranoid pansy about it. I didn't want to have like a bad trip. And it was small, and not even a gram, like such an insignificant amount that at best it only gave me like a minor head buzz. Totally could function, drive car, everything. Wouldn't even notice, right? So I'm just like, okay, I haven't pierced into like the fourth dimension, right? We gotta try harder, and we gotta do more research. So to Reddit I go, and there's a subreddit for everything, and there is r/shrooms and r/TMT, right? And now, for the most part, I'm just a lurker, right? And I'm looking in the shrooms one, and I see somebody posting. People like posting artwork that they see on trips, or they like drawing or painting the entities that they meet. And so this person talks about this post that he made about painting an entity that he met when he took shrooms. And I was like, but you're not supposed to meet entities on shrooms. You're supposed to see wild colors and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I asked him about it, right? And I also asked him, oh, is there a easier way to ingest them, because they're supposedly they taste really bad. And he taught me about a technique called lemon teching, which is where you grind the mushroom up. In this case, he had like 3 to 5 grams or something crazy. And you grind it up into a powder. And then you take like a shot glass or something, and you put an acidic liquid in it. So it has to be like lemonade, limeade, lime juice, orange juice, because it's acidic. And you have to let it sit for half an hour, and you have to spin it every 5 minutes, right? After that, you can either strain the parts or just drink it all. It's very nasty, it tastes awful. Well, I didn't strain it, so that's why it was awful, right? But here's the thing. The technique is called lemon teching. When you do it, it decreases when the trip starts by 30%. It increases like your trip. Like now you start seeing shit. You made it more intense, because by putting it in the orange juice, the orange juice is basically assuming the job of your stomach by breaking down the mushroom. Right? Now you have it in its pure psilocybin form that you're drinking, right? And it's less nauseous on your stomach for certain people, right? Because your stomach doesn't have to do this breakdown. So the trip is more intensive, but it's shorter. So if you just ate the mushrooms, it's 6 to 8 hours, right? And you'll see colors and stuff like that. If you lemon tech it, then you start seeing entities, but it's only for 4 to 6 hours. So I learned that. And then, they give you the bullshit disclaimer on the subreddit. But don't only use this for educational purposes. Of course. I didn't download this torrenting program to steal. I assure you, it's for research. So I went in, got the material, lemon teched it with 3. It was like 2.5, right? Did it. Took me like a half an hour to drink it, because it almost makes me throw up. It's so bad. And after,
so it was just one shot?
No, fuck no. Dude. It's called a tea. It's not a tea, man. It's like, it looks like bile. It's very nasty.
How much do you make? Is it like a pillar or like a cup?
A rocks glass worth.
Okay.
Well, it was more orange juice than the shroom powder, right? I just kept filling more orange juice because some of the flakes or whatnot would remain, I was trying to ingest as much of this inside as possible. So, but next time I'm just gonna strain it and see what happens, so it's easier to ingest. So, once it hits, give me a second, just drink a glass of water. Once it hit, right, I noticed that like it did give me like a bad nausea, right? Which that I really wanted to go away. And then afterwards, it's like an hour. Appeared to the first totem of the Sharingan, right? Your eyes start getting hazy, as if you've been in water for like a really, really long time, right? Like to the point where your skin starts getting pruny, right? So it's all kind of like hazy on the sides of your eyes, and then you start looking at something. They start to like pop out, right? Like a 3D image. Basically, what Hollywood wants to do is what magic mushrooms do. It's like it pops everything out slowly. You start seeing movement a little bit more slower, and then you become like hyper aware of details that you never noticed to give a shit about before, right? Raindrops, the way things move or whatnot. You become a little more jittery, or at least I did, right? I'm like, oh man, certain colors do become brighter, but the amount that I took wasn't even a gram, right? Because I measured it, and even then, I was seeing like these like small details, and the shit lasted for like 6 hours, and on it you cannot sleep worth a damn. So make sure that like the come down will be.
Was this a good experience?
It was. I was a little sick with something else. It's not COVID related or whatever. Stomach wise, so I think taking the shrooms, which are known to possibly cause nausea sometimes, not a wise idea, because like I said, it did give me a semblance of nausea, but as long as I wasn't moving around doing anything crazy, it was all right. And I was just sitting down on my computer watching bullshit on YouTube anyway. So I still suggest it. I'm gonna try it again, with a bigger dose, like probably do like a gram or two, and then see what happens. But I definitely think it was definitely worth it. It was definitely intriguing. I didn't break into the fourth dimension like other psychonauts did, because I guess I made my experiment a little too safe, right? But DMT, speaking of my best friend Sticky, right? It is something that we're interested in possibly trying down the line, because there is nothing, supposedly, at least from what I'm seeing in Tales of the Trip, stronger than DMT. And then they say that like if you can, how it works is that you take the first hit, and that it is equal to you taking like the most. Let's say that edible that you had. Let's say you took like 20 of them, right? They say it would take you into the twilight zone, right? They say that the first hit of DMT is sort of like that, like weed's most powerful ever. Then they say that the second one, and then like everything starts changing, and like people have said that like they see themselves as cartoons and reality starts collapsing around you, and that after the third one, that's when you break into the fourth dimension. You start talking to fucking entities and shit.
It's crazy, man. God.
So it is definitely like I've definitely been fascinated by like the stories that people tell about it, and like what they see and what it does for them and whatnot. I would definitely like to try it down the line. How I get my hands on that, I have no idea. Time will tell, but it has been.
Hey, become a friend of Joe Rogan and you'll get some.
That was a lot of my research.
Just watching Joe Rogan videos.
He's got a giant rabbit hole.
Yeah.
Of edible stories, DMT stories, ghosts, UFOs, and shit.
Mm-hmm.
I am thoroughly entertained by Joe Rogan's podcast. Oh, my edible.
Wait, what? Oh, God. Did you freak out?
So, there was that. But if you were ever to come here, I would have you try one.
Yeah, God. Making my heart. Can't we just go to cons or some shit?
Just stick to cons? No more?
Or make some, I don't know, make some geeky girls, that type of things. You gotta make me take some drugs?
You mean like the girls do?
What they do? They just go to cons and they're all effed up on shrooms. Is that what Orlando's like over there, huh? That damn Sin City.
The Miami boy is gonna interrogate me. He's gonna question me like this.
You know I'm not. I don't. There's chaos going outside. You know I don't notice that crap. I just stay indoors.
No, you live right next door to chaos and carnage yourself.
The most I get is people doing donuts in my street. That's all.
I have to travel real far to see some of the nonsense around here that Miami produces.
One state, man. One state, one mind. You're
No,
a part.
no,
You're a part of this
not at
too.
all.
Don't try
Not
to.
at all.
Don't try. You're a part of this. We're all Florida, man.
One state, many minds. It's like I tell people all the time. I'm like, yo, listen, okay? I live in Florida, but I reside in Orlando. Orlando is a blue district, sir. So don't associate me with any of the crazy Florida man stories that happen in bumfuck shitholes with no electricity in red counties. That ain't this guy.
You just live with the old people.
No, the old people are at least 2 hours away from me. Actually, it's called the Villages, and it's like super hardcore Republican over there, and like right wing, and they don't tend to believe science over there, right? But the thing is that the youngest person over there is like 77, 80 years old, right? It's just retirees. And so then these retirees believe in the pandemic, so then when it spread over there, it started killing people left and right at a high velocity. And I was just like, hey man, you voted for Donnie Boy, you said that it's not real and it's not that serious, and now all of y'all are dying left and right all of a sudden.
Wonder why.
You know, I wonder why. Must be fake news, that COVID stuff. Not them. Unless those maniacs voted. I hope they all go. Fucking freaks. So yes. Listen, MegaCon is happening in August. I don't know if you
Damn,
want to
this
go.
August?
August, sir.
Really?
So, you're more than welcome to join me, because by the end of the month, I will be fully vaccinated, so I'm not going to give a fuck about nothing, right? Because my first one's Tuesday, and then the 27th, I take the second, and I'll be good.
Where do you take it?
What?
Where do you take it?
I'm taking it at the Orange County Convention Center. They have the Moderna and Pfizer one.
Okay.
Listen, I just want to travel freely once again, because, for example, you can't go to Japan if you're not vaccinated. Because if you're not, they quarantine you for 2 weeks in the airport. South Korea does the same thing too.
That's your whole vacation right there.
That's yeah. Well, I'm gonna spend 2 weeks, right? I want to go to Japan. I don't want to spend it in a fucking airport.
Hey, look, I went to Japan. Here's an airport. I went to the bathroom. Look at that toilet, man. It cleans your ass with water.
I know, man. What a remarkable bidet. Like, no. So, if I need to get these in order for them to leave me alone and travel out there and shit, fine, screw it. Away we go. I will be as safe as humanly possible.
I have to see. I do want to go to like, what's the biggest one though? What is it? The one
Florida?
No, yeah. What is it called? The one that's up there?
Give me a sec. So yeah, the biggest one in Florida is MegaCon. That's
That one. Yeah. When is that one?
The second August.
Oh, that's
Second
it.
is yours, SuperCon.
Oh, so that's the one in August then, huh? Okay.
No, SuperCon is.
No, I'm saying the MegaCon, the one in Orlando. Okay.
Well, MegaCon tends to be in April, right? But the pandemic, canceled.
Yeah, they pushed it.
So, like, when is? Let me check right now.
I know some like little ones that try to like reopen like
August
recently.
12th to the 15th.
Okay.
So, then when is SuperCon?
That one's also pushed back to like July, I think.
The 2nd to the 5th. Oh, fucking A. Ugh.
Of August?
No, July.
Oh yeah, see.
Son are they doing the 4th of July week?
What do you mean? More people are going to be out there, that's why.
For the 4th of July! Like, man. Okay. This is what pissed me off about it, is that parking is going to be an absolute clusterfuck.
Mm-hmm.
I had to pay $134 fucking dollars to park over there, and that was the cheapest, and that was split between 3 people. And then we had to take an Uber to our place. Like, it was just so bad. Oh, I was so angry. So, number 1, it'll be more packed than it usually is. Number 2, that might mean that they might half-ass the show if they know that they don't got to do anything because it's the 4th of July. And then the parking and the driving is just going to be fucking awful. If I go, I'm going to... It's just, I don't know. You can't stay at an Airbnb in South Beach and have parking. That's my problem. I don't know. I'm going to have to find some shit on Ocean Avenue. And then I'll be safe to go. Until then, for Florida, I will stick to MegaCon. You live? You with me, Fred?
I'm just thinking about it.
What about whether you want to go or not?
Yeah.
What do you have to lose?
A lot of money.
I mean, if you buy a bunch of weeb stuff, sure.
Yeah, isn't that where we go? Buy weeb stuff and look at girls in slutty costumes?
I said weeb, not weed.
No, yeah, weeb stuff. That's what I said.
But I suppose that too, right? Well, I don't know. Get the savings, sir, because I freely walk around the con, and then I go to fancy restaurants, and then I bar hop afterwards. So those are all my con trips. Basically, what you saw in Miami, but for 4 straight days in a row.
Oh God. That with edibles and all that.
Help out. Just don't misuse it. Now, what time is it? 8:48. We'll wrap it up. Do you have a name for this?
Nah, not yet.
Shit.
It was just us talking, the trio talking for a bit.
Trio? No, I don't like that. I don't know what I'm gonna call this. I don't know. I'll think about it. Question: who's gonna edit this?
I can edit it if you want. Do you just want to? Do you want to post the whole thing, or you just want to cut all the dead air and shit?
Okay, so when I edit it, right? When I always cut out dead air, I cut it to the point where it still maintains it feeling natural, right? So there's that. But I don't know if you want to do any additional information with it. So like, do you want to put like royalty-free music in the background, like Smodcast? Like, are there things you want to try?
I don't know. I mean, over the years, I have bought like music packs and shit like that, and every time there's a sale on music packs for like Blood or shit like that, I usually just buy them.
Huh.
Yeah. So I got a hard drive full of that crap.
So then, would you like testing this? Listen, literally, the only requirement I have for you, if you edit, is clean up the dead pitches. I mean,
dead air.
Any cleanup, obviously, like cleanup, or like when there's no sound, like too long duration, long pauses with no sound, right? Or no conversation, you cut that out, and then you got to put it to archive.org so it's downloadable. But after that, I don't care how.
Yeah, it's still there. All right. Yeah, fine.
So and then of course, when the hell are you see Kong Godzilla versus Kong?
Either hopefully Monday or Tuesday. Tomorrow or Tuesday.
HBO Max. Why are you fucking waiting for that?
I want to see it on a big fucking screen. That's why.
Can you not have a big screen?
No, I got a computer and my TV, but that's it. I mean a really big screen. I'll take the risk of getting sick.
It's not about getting sick. I didn't say that. I'm just like, this is a manhood conversation, Fred. How big is your TV?
I don't know the size, but it's not big enough.
5 inches, baby.
It ain't that big, all right?
Yeah, yeah.
I need IMAX. I need IMAX scale.
That is 5 inches bigger than the industry standard, sir.
I need IMAX. I need that girth, man.
Oh, okay. I see. Learn some Mandingo screens. I see. Okay.
I originally wanted to go. There's the biggest one in South Florida. I've gone there before, and it's great. The only problem is the seats are. I don't know who designed this movie theater. The seats are way too close, dude. The seats all the way in the back in the normal theater is like the middle.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I went there. I went there to see Star Wars, and we were unfortunate enough to be like right up close. I can only see like a third of the screen.
God damn.
Yeah.
Was this in IMAX?
Yeah, dude, this is the biggest. Yeah, it's IMAX. It's the biggest.
How are you gonna see IMAX from all the way in the front?
I know, right? When they were doing the 35 millimeter thing for the Hateful Eight, they did it there too.
Dude, because of that film being filmed the way it was, I could not find a theater anywhere. I think the only theater that was able to play the Hateful Eight was 90 minutes away. No, 90 miles away.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is like an hour and a half. I was like, fuck out of here. Or 3 hours and get to and back. I was like, hell no. I just waited for that shit to drop on Netflix.
Yeah, that theater could do it. It's like a science museum / movie theater type of place.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Well, I mean, I have one of those here too, and they couldn't play that movie. So, I don't know. Maybe just my freaking luck. But, if that's the case, right? Oh, then, watch it, right? And then, so long as you've already seen it by next Sunday at 7.
Yeah.
Cheap plug. Also, I got into the show last year, right? Way before I had HBO Max. But, my God, Close Enough is amazing. Like, Close Enough feels like it's a biopic at this point. Or maybe that's because I'm in my 30s. I don't know if you've seen both seasons.
I haven't.
Oh, have you seen season 1?
I have not.
Oh my God. You know who it's from, right?
Nope. Looking it up right now. Oh, you mean the cartoon show? Oh.
Yes.
Yeah. I haven't yet, but I'm gonna start watching it.
How the fuck have you not seen that show?
The funny thing, I heard about it for a while. It was like it got announced like 3 years ago, and then there was like a year or 2 years where it was like silent. Because
they didn't know if it was gonna be like the Star Wars Clone Wars mini cartoon.
Originally it was gonna be on TBS, but then it was on HBO Max. Yeah, I'm gonna start watching it.
Dude, it is so funny, and it's regular show
For adults.
It's adult regular show, or it's regular show. I remember you telling me once about the pilot to regular show where it was like these 3 stoners.
Yeah.
Stoners, they got high, they turned into Rigby and Mordecai.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's basically that world, right? It's a mom, a dad, a father, a mother, and their daughter who can't afford a place in California, so they rent from this nice old black lady, and then an adjunct professor who dated her student also lived there because they can't. So basically, everybody's together because they're too broke to be alone, and they're too incompetent, right? And then in the middle of the episode, something fucking insane happens, like way crazier than regular show, and it just goes off the fucking rails. And yo, I don't want to spoil it for you. I really like that show. And the main character, the husband, is Mordecai. He doesn't even bother to mask his voice.
He never does. I like it. I don't know why I find that funny. He never does that. Like, yeah, it's my voice. Who cares?
So, like, there's one of my favorite gags is just like, all of them are in their 30s except for one who's, I think, is like 29. And so she's like, I'm going to the club, you guys. And she's like, whoa, do you want to go? And the other 3 are all literally in their pajamas, right? Huddled with a giant blanket over them watching like basic cable. And they're like, you guys are getting old. And they're like, we're not old. And they like rip the blanket off and they're ready. They got their clubbing clothes. And they go to the club and they start drinking and partying. And you hear like everything. And Mordecai's character is like, oh, I guess, no, somebody turned on the lights. And so he goes by the bar. He's like, "Oh, I guess it's closing time," and like his eyes are trying to adjust and everything. And then the lights go back out, and then the music plays. He's like, "What happened?" And he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I just turned on the lights. It's actually 9 p.m." He's like, "What? We've only been here an hour." And they're like, "Oh, we're already tired." And then, what is it? The bartender finds out that somebody is in their 30s inside of the club, so they play this like alert, and it's just like, "Oh, you've won a prize!" And he sits in his seat, and everybody's like, "Yeah, yeah, prize, prize!" And he flies up into the air, and then gets eviscerated and killed by like a giant hydro fan in the ceiling. And they're like, "What's going on?" And they're like, "Oh, it's like no old people in this club, only people in their 20s." And then it turns into like From Dusk Till Dawn. I'm trying to escape.
Nice.
Like, why? What did this have to do with one each other? It's so fucking stupid. I love it.
I'll give it a watch.
So, I highly suggest you give it a watch. And then once I finish through that and South Park and the other cartoons, I'll probably watch, I don't know, Lovecraft County or whatever has my interest, but I don't know how good that is.
You ever watch The Boys?
No, I don't have Amazon Prime.
Oh, damn. It's one of my favorite shows.
I could steal it. Like, watching The Boys.
Don't tell nobody. Just don't tell nobody.
What?
Just don't tell nobody.
I don't know. Shh. It'll be me and your dirty little secret, friend. And the secret, and, you know, it'll be with Armando who's listening. And anybody else. But, alright, I'm gonna go make dinner. I will send you the raw file. And then, I don't know how I'm going to send it to you. I'll work out a way. And then you can edit it and give it to us and post it on your YouTube. And, you know, folks can see this. And by next week, hopefully we'll have a name and we'll work out more kinks. Sounds good?
Sounds good.
And hopefully next time Dickwad will be able to stay for the whole duration. For the chat, you know, thanks for coming in. Hope you guys at least enjoyed this beta run, and then we'll be here next week at around 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right, later.